ONEFOUR's been experimenting a lot and I respect it. What's good, y'all? Back at it again with another reaction. This time we have some new ONEFOUR. It was something about the way that they were releasing tracks earlier in the year, kind of like dropping something, disappearing, dropping something, disappearing. That kind of gave me the impression that they were going to drop a project, and then here they went and they announced the project. So I'm really excited to check this one. If you haven't already checked out the rest of my ONEFOUR reactions for the year, make sure you give those a look. But I don't want to hold y'all too much longer. Let's get it. It's an interesting visual.
Look, I'm like the J out of Drake in my city. So what they say, they won't say that shit to me. I'm in that.
ONEFOUR's been experimenting a lot and I respect it. Cause this does not sound like ONEFOUR. If you've heard any of their earlier songs, this is a completely different direction. And I respect it. I also like this because perfect shot. It's giving me a view of Australia that I've never seen. Hoping and assuming that that is Australia because it is called My City. Like, the American perception of Australia is just that, you know, kangaroos and desert and all of that. So that's one of the reasons why I love reacting to this music, because it gives me an opportunity to see these other countries and these other cities, you know, from a different perspective.
I'm like the J out of Drake in my city. So what they say, they won't say that shit to me. I'm in that town, all my brothers is with me. Shout out my boy from the 70s, shout out my boy from the 60s. They know what's in me.
Who is this artist? He sounds American. I'm not familiar. Y'all let me know in the comments if this is Australia or not.
17, they really know how I was living. Oh, what a feeling. I walk through the city, they treat me like God. We was 6 deep in that 5-seater car. I heard that they got a problem with me, told them cut on my face, but they faking it fraud. Drop through the hood in Lamborghini cars. I might just give 100 to my dog.
I like how they're editing this.
I'm sorry if you ever felt like that was love lost.
Now they blaming ONEFOUR for all of the drillings. They blaming us for what happened to Sydney. They blaming us for what happened to Melbourne. They blaming us for what happened to Brisbane. Tell me who's with me, cause I ain't kidding, this shit's been happening since back in the day. No one said nothing when she got knocked, but now everybody's got something to say. Get the fuck out my face. I ain't trying to lead these youngers astray, but pussy, I'll stay in your place. If you got a problem, then come out and play. I'm making my
I like the direction that they took with this video. Oh, it's a lyric video. Okay, that makes a lot more sense now.
paper, I stayed in my lane.
But it's still a strong visual.
Everything that I'm doing, I do for the game. We already told you this shit ain't a game. Now stop playing. Everyone knows that.
I'm like the J out of Drake in my city. So
that was a clean transition.
I'm in that town, all my brothers is with me. Shout out my boy from the 70s, shout out my boy from the 60s. They know what's in me.
This artist gotta be from America. If not,
too much on my plate to be putting up with all the politics. For the critics, I don't have the tolerance. And for the pussy boys sucking and swallowing. Yeah, I hate when I'm speaking the truth, but I gotta acknowledge it. Yeah, they critic my figures, but some of please tell me where did they all get their confidence? I ain't gonna take this shit no more. First class and I'm on that plane. Put O's on the map and they all complain. Telling the truth and they still complain. Then I shoot eat kids cause they all want fame. But out on the ship, they ain't got no name. I don't give a fuck, I'ma cop that plane. I was raised on the street, I'ma stay this way. Cause the things I say, I'ma take to the grave. Now listen,
I'm like the J out of Drake in my city.
the way that they're transitioning into the hook is perfect.
Shout out my boy from the 70s, shout out my boy from the 60s. They know what's in me. Shout out my boy from the 17, they really know how I was living. Oh, what a feeling.
These shots are clean.
They treat me like God. We was 6 deep in that 5-seater car. I heard that they got a problem with me, told them cut on my face, but they faking it fraud. Drop through the hood in Lamborghini cars. I might just give 100 to my dog. Thank you for holding it down, and I'm sorry if you ever felt like that was love lost.
So in this channel we hold the vowels, that means we're gonna get straight into it, and this one is just below a 9. The flows on this one were dope, but honestly they were kind of what I would expect out of ONEFOUR. But overall this collaboration worked out really well, and the contrast in their flows really worked out too. The way that they were able to weave in and out of the verses and the hook so seamlessly while having these almost two completely different sounds coexist on that one track. I like it. The beat played a really big part in allowing these two sounds to coexist so well. This wasn't really a drill track, but it did have those kind of darker, grittier aspects of drill that ONEFOUR can really capitalize on. But it also had that upbeat kind of, I don't know how to describe it. It was a little bit bright, but not exactly bright, in a way that it allowed the hook to really sound good as well. So what I really like about this song was the opportunities that they took to, one, shout out where they were from, you know, their city and everything, but also to talk a little bit about the things that are being addressed in the news too. There were a lot of things that were said in this track, but the things that really stuck with me because of the way that they made me feel were the bars where they talked about how, yeah, you blaming me for the violence here and the violence here and the violence here, but these things have been happening forever. And I feel like that's one of the most important things you really have to understand about music, and the way that they can criminalize what people are talking about, and what they're talking about is just what they see. So whether or not they make the music, that's what they're gonna see, and that's what's gonna be happening regardless. And also something that I like about this, and it's what I started talking about in the beginning, is it also helps me understand and contextualize a lot of what's going on over there in Australia, some of the politics, but also at the same time seeing that the narratives are really similar. The way that they're talking about ONEFOUR and other artists out of Australia over there is very similar to the way that they talk about rap artists over here, and the way that they have been for years. So this is really one of those songs that I want to play it over, one, because it has a very relaxed vibe, like I can play this in the back and not pay too much attention to it, but it also makes me want to go back and really pick up on some of the things that they were saying and see if there's anything else that I missed. Nonetheless, I am really looking forward to checking out ONEFOUR's project one day. I really can't promise Sal if I'll do an EP reaction or not, because doing those kind of reactions take a lot out of me. Doing the reaction to Rise Above Hate alone took me almost about an hour or two just to record, and it took me several days back to back to edit. I'm talking about over 30 hours of editing. So yeah, project reactions take a while. So if I'm not able to do it, please forgive me. I'm gonna try to get to as many individual songs as I can, and I might have an idea or two that might be able to help me get this out. Let me know what are some of your favorite songs off their project so far. I feel like a couple people mentioned this one, so I'm happy that I got to check it out. Hang tight for some more reactions. I do got more of those coming for y'all, but until next time, peace.